This is a spiritual haven. Could we remove the animancy equipment, please? Take it up with the governor. He told me to ask you. In that case, the answer is no.
Hey, you there? Need some... Salutations, traveler. Welcome to lovely Naku to deck. It's seen better times, but it's still a marvel of ancient architecture. Oh, but I forget myself. I'm Alyssa, a wanderer and explorer, and sometimes even a merchant. Like now. Care to see my wares? Yeah, I get it. Truth be told, I'm mainly here to study the ruins. Nothing wrong with picking up some profits on the side, though, huh? Between spare supplies and interesting finds, I've got a few things that I wouldn't mind parting with. That...
your machines shocked me. I wasn't even anywhere near it.
Were you wearing anything made of copper? A ring, maybe? I'm trying to work, but these mystics keep...
If you've come to Naku to deck for a funeral, I'm afraid you're late. Or early, perhaps?
We're actually here to conduct some research.
I see. Well, do remember that this is a holy site, and others may be meditating. Naku to deck dates back to ancient times. It was, and remains, a mausoleum of the soul. Unfortunately, godless ruins have a strong connection to the other side. They the beyond, where souls travel after death. When my order first heard of this place, they sent us overseas to guide wayward souls into their next life. Strange. I don't think so. Death is the most ordinary. Reincarnation is not a perfect system. The flaws and inefficiencies are why. So, in accordance with Berith, we are... That's all I ask. Thank you, God.
Even
Try not to give me any trouble today, Giata.
Kindly do it outside, if you must.
there should be some equipment by the Adra pillar.
We remember these walls. Yes, we have been here.
fail you, my lord. Please, my friend, you can take what you want from the shrine. Just don't break anything. So he was working alone. Forgive me. These are difficult times for a man of faith. While I was at prayer, a bandit held a knife to my throat and stole the reliquary of Saint Widewin. Just look at me. Gods, I'm still shaking. Avoid the glade west of here. The bandit spared my life, but he could see a godlike as a threat. If you find him, please, no more bloodshed. Then... Still fighting over Widewin. Perhaps the Saints' War never ended after all.
This doesn't sound like any of the grave robbers I know. Not that I know any grave robbers.
A saint's relic. Where would you even find something like that?
Pray you come to no harm.
Well, here we are on the precipice of discovery. Armed and ready for mischief.
I'm 2 out of 3 anyway.
Before we get started, indulge me. What are you excited to learn about? Good. We're on the same page. Now, I'm going to tap into the pillar's dormant energy. In layman's terms, I'm chumming the water and daring the Dream Scourge to show its ugly. This is no time for hesitation. All right. Drawing on the energy of the phantasmal focus, I'll start with a low-frequency ethereal vibration. I've got nothing. You?
Like I could go for some pie.
Shit. All right, adjusting the frequency. The focus is warming up. I hope that's a good sign. Let me know if you feel something. Who knows how your godlike nature will react to this. Brace yourself. We're going to pin this bastard down.
Are you sure about this?
Don't worry, I'm a professional. Now, here goes nothing.
Souls in a circle, a whirlpool. We twine. We twine.
Hey, I think I got something. The focus twitched, like a fishing rod. Is that a door? Not the result I was looking for, but a result nonetheless.
that we're on the right track. Right before the door opened, I detected something in the Adra. I was right. The Dream Scourge has a point of origin. We can study the affliction from here, but I don't know that we can stop. Oh dear. How do I explain? Imagine tossing a pebble and hoping it flattens a blade of grass on the other side of the world. That's what you're asking, and it won't work. If we want to stop the Dream Scourge, we still need to learn more about the source of the affliction. I hate to say it, but we'll get better results at the base of the pillar, where the energies are more potent. We shouldn't jump to conclusions. After you.
We gotta see what's down there now.
Gods, did you open that door?
I did not bring us here to explore, but clearly something wants to be found.
Does this feel like the start of a cautionary campfire tale to anyone else?
I wonder, did you open the door? Or did the door open for you? Incredible. These ruins are untouched. We are the first to disturb them. When was the last time anyone walked these passages? It must have been centuries. No, millennia. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. We'll talk more once we reach the bottom.
Worth and run!
Here we go!
Worth and run!
Hold on.
You have done it better.
Worth and run!
Everyone okay?
I can start that generator for you. Just say the word.
Worth and run!
Ready, aim.
Then! Then! Isos! Ahek worth and rot!
Watch your head. There's a trap right above it. Lead the way.
Ahek worth and rot! Ahek worth and rot! Then! Ahek worth! Ahek worth and rot! Ahek worth and rot!
Nothing stops me.
I'll fix this.
Watch the left.
Ahek worth and rot! Ahek worth and rot! Ahek worth and rot! Ahek worth and rot! Ahek worth and rot!
Don't you die on me.
Ahek worth and rot! Worse than rot! Worse than rot! Worse than rot!
I was worried for a second.
Beautiful. Life into death. To think it survived all these years.
It's surprisingly colorful. Not sure what I expected.
We've seen godless architecture before, but I've never seen godless art until now. Just imagine how much has been lost. We should keep moving. I don't mean to slow us down. A little power goes a long way. Just a little spark. I would not go swimming if I were you, unless you wish to meet your maker. There must be a way across. If not underwater, perhaps over it, with the help of some ice.
Worse than rot! Worse than rot!
Charge it.
İsak sobi!
Little power goes a long way.
Right behind you.
What in the name of Aora is that?
You, think it's sleeping?
I've never seen anything like it before. I don't believe it's a statue. No, this was alive once. And the people who lived here were terrified of it. Whatever this is, at least it's dead. 2 points.
Never a dull moment with you in charge.
Worse than wrath!
Coming from the left!
He sucks!
Coming from your right!
Worse than wrath!
Look up on this. On your right!
Worse than wrath!
Left leg!
I think worse than wrath!
To your left!
Dead! I think worse than wrath! Isos!
We've got better death into life. Interesting. The godless clearly had some ideas about reincarnation, even if they didn't have a god.
Reveres the gods, even if they give them different names and pictures.
Can you imagine life without any gods to guide your destiny? Without anyone shepherding you this way and that? Of course I can imagine it, but I'll wager you have Looks like quite a party. Let's break it up. How did they... How did they even get down here? Clever things must have their own secret entrance. I'll say it, I'm impressed.
Worth and wrath!
Nothing stops me.
Worth and wrath!
If there are any monsters left, show yourselves. Some of us have work to do. I guess that means the coast is clear. Let's have a look at the Adra pillar. We've backed the Dream Scourge into a corner. I say we pin it down here and now, before it wriggles away from us. The last time we tried this, you felt something, yes? Maybe it had to do with your godlike nature. Try making contact with the Adra this time. It could only help. The The effect should be stronger than before. Brace yourself.
You are here.
You who bring us kind words and soothing thoughts.
The mourners are gone now. Only the memories remain.
We once belonged to the green and the wild. A people lived there once. They loved us as we loved them.
They brought their dead to us. We used to dip our fingers, wade in the confluence of souls. We are the heart in the soil, the lungs. We dream, the land stirs.
They brought their prayers to us.
We do not remember how we grew. Our eyes opened. We were the earth, the sky, many into a whole. We touched the mountains and they molded to our fingerprints. The Akita twined around us. They sang in awe of what we made. They called us the gardener, steward of life. Sabado. Our spark found you when you dreamed in the womb. Godlike, they said.
But we have felt in you the seed of connection. We have, and you reach back. We have not known the rot. We feel it too. Find us. Free us. The rot that festers seeps into us as well. Our cage is far from here, buried in the garden, beyond the poison sea. Your words are comfort indeed.
Go to the halls of the Tabaru Sanakis. We will try to explain.
Those who cherish us, the chosen of the Akita, wait there. They will show you the way to the garden, to our prison. We will cleanse this rot with you once our hands are unbound.
Find us in the garden. We twine, we await.
First, let us offer you a sliver of our power, a boon to help you survive and find us. Will you accept it? We offer you gifts any would covet, and you search them for rot? You are our kin, the seed of our soul. We would see you avoid our... Take it with our blessing. Now hurry to the halls of the Tabaru Sanakis. Find us. Free us.
You're awake. Finally. We really pushed the phantasmal focus to its limits.
You were out a long time. We gotta start bringing pillows.
For a second there, I thought... Actually, never... Something like that. While you were out, I got some clear readings of the Dream Scourge. I've tracked its origin to the center of the living lands, somewhere deep in the untouched wilderness. You've heard of it? Fascinating. Maybe someone knows about this garden. If we find the garden, we can cut off the Dream Scourge at its source. I hesitate to bring it up, but you were muttering while you were out. Had quite a lot. Whatever you were communing with, it had a spiritual energy I've encountered before, though only in trace. It must be connected to the Dream Scourge. Perhaps they... Yes, Sapadal. Who are they? What? Excuse me? Sapadal is a god? But that's impossible. How could we have missed this? A trapped god. Trapped. And you spoke to them through the Adra. Maybe that tells us something. Perhaps the bars of their prison would be forged of essence, not iron. We've long theorized that all Adra is connected, but that changed when Animancers came to the Living Lands. The Adra here is severed from the rest of Eora, connected only to itself. Or, if Sapadal speaks and works through Adra, then the Living Lands is their prison. Now that is a tall order. We know the Dream Scourge is coming from this garden of yours. Maybe Sapadal can help us fight it. Indeed. That will be for you to judge. The real question is, where do I...
Welcome to the crew.
Thank you. I've been working on my own for so long that I'm not accustomed to sharing. We'll find the source of the Dream Scourge in the garden, but we have to find the garden first.
Then that's where we start.
Let's return to Fiormes Ivernal. Banished or not, maybe I can squeeze a few answers out of my colleagues. Gods, I don't know. The farms, the community, but the dream scourge is the end of animancy. We should leave this place and its memories.
Finding a secret entrance and discovering a new god.
Stop! The trees splinter, the rice turns black. The pain! The pain! They trample the farmlands, they tear down the gates.
I lost you for a second there. Something the matter? I don't like the sound of that. Let's go. You take the lead.
Come on, there's a way up those stairs.
Charge it up. Just a little spark.
Unseen.
Charge it up. Just a little spark. Charge it up.
There is such a thing as learning too much. The mortal mind can only take so many revelations at a time. What we discovered here, it changes everything. Oh my god. No!
Andra's deaths. This was no accident.
What happened? Who did this? It's all gone. The city. My home. Damn it. We have to check on the others. At least let me find Quilichi. Any survivors would have evacuated to the farms north of town. Come. There's...
A city up in flames? You tell me who your coin is on.
I can't believe this. What you smell is the workshop going up in flames. Our books, our chemicals, our machines. Many of those inventions were originals from the Valian republics. One of a kind, irreplaceable. I don't know why I'm dwelling on that. We lost more than our work.
Your work was your home. You're allowed to mourn it.
They burn. They blind us.
What a terrible loss. I don't care what anyone says, Fiorme Severno was the jewel of the living.
I hope everyone is all right. Animancers know how to plan for an emergency. We've never seen one like this. If anything happened to Quilichi, I don't know what I'd do.
Let's get to the farms. If there's trouble, we can help.
Again and again they strike.
I have a terrible feeling about this.
I think worse than rust! I think worse than rust! I think worse than rust! I think worse than rust!
Your reputation is well deserved.
I think worse than rust!
Pride, weapons ready.
That's one for us.
Birth and rot! Worth and rot!
Coming from your right.
Worth and rot!
Right on, boy.
That was a close one.
Those are still Garrote banners.
There's the city. What's left of it. Gods, who could do this to us? Who could burn us out like rats and call it a victory?
Join the others at the old farms. We can protect them.
What are we waiting for? I have some aggression.
Nothing like a win with a good team.
He died saving me. I owe him my life. May he pass swiftly into the beyond.
Worth and rot! worth and rot!
Look, they made it out. Oh, thank the gods. Thank the gods. I needed that. I needed to see them so badly. It felt like I couldn't breathe.
Take a few more deep breaths. We're not going anywhere.
These people are looking for leadership. Leadership. A sense of direction. We should find Quilichi.
Rebuilding has begun! From the ashes, your will rise!
Envoy? Oh, thank goodness. For a moment there, I thought we'd lost you in the attack.
As if you don't already know.
Ignacy, calm yourself.
Why should I be calm? Her people burned my city.
The Stilgarot are hardly her people.
They offered us no negotiation, no peaceful terms. Just flames and laughter. Don't be naive. Anyone who serves under an Adiran banner is complicit. Your Inquisitor is determined to burn out anyone who doesn't conform to Adiran ways.
We agree on one thing. The Stilgarot have declared war on the Living Lands.
That sort of thinking is precisely why my father fled the Valian republics.
What happened here is no coincidence. Their forces already have an unshakable grip. This attack was meant to weaken us. No doubt they will circle back to finish what they started. Tell us, what of your research into the Dream Scourge? Assuming our governor wants to hear it.
I may have spoken in haste before.
Pardon?
The very notion that the Dream Scourge had blighted our farms, it was too awful to...
Are you being serious right now?
I am. The sanctuary my family built was falling apart on my watch. And I wasn't... Eschietta was eager to remind me. You must understand. My mother had the dreams. I hoped against reason that she might recover. But her mind grew as blighted as her lands. To face reality would mean upending my city, throwing order into chaos, and admitting I'm so sorry, Giatta.
Don't waste your apologies on me. This changes nothing.
I don't expect your forgiveness, but I will do everything in my power. Whatever you have to say, I'm ready to hear it.
You want me to do the talking? Very well. The evidence is clear. The Living Lands is on the edge of an ecological disaster, both physically and spiritually. We may know the origin of the Dream Scourge. By following it back to the source, perhaps we can reverse the damage. Now for the bad news. An undiscovered god rests in the heart of this island. Until we know more about its nature, we are powerless to stop it.
But this is madness. When I said I was ready for the truth, I didn't mean... Koichi, tell her. It's madness.
Envoy.
You truly think you can find a god? I said I'd keep an open mind, but this is a bit much.
First the Dream Scourge, then the Steel Garrote, and now...
This is no time for a theological discussion. Our survival hangs on a knife's edge. We can't remain in Emerald State.
There is no reason to stay, unless you count picking through the ashes. We should relocate to Thirdborn. It's the only settlement that can take us all.
No. I say we go to Paradise.
This is madness. It's suicide.
Wrong. It's self-preservation. And my father, as long as we are animancers, the adherents will pursue us to the ends of the earth. Instead, we lay low, hide in plain sight, let them believe we're beaten, and bide our time.
While we hide, the Dream Scourge will tear this island apart. At least in Thirdborn, we can practice animancy. We can't gamble with our existence. The political climate of the Living Lands is too dead.
Thirdborn has its own problems. Paradise is more secure, but it would mean living under Adiran rule. I don't like our options, but that shouldn't stop us from committing to one.
We'll be proud to lend our strength to theirs, as animancers and as fellow expatriates.
I have my misgivings, but you helped my father leave the Republics. What of you, Envoy? Where does the hunt for the Dream Scourge take you next?
Oh, I do.
Yardsley? Don't tell me you are getting swept up in all of this.
Oh, really? You should know better, darling. Any talk of the Akita, and I will appear. If you're looking for the garden, I can probably lead the way. You're already aware that I'm the foremost Akitan scholar in the Living Lands, and...
Godless scholar, my dear. No one outside of academia uses their...
Right. Layman's terms. Thank you, darling. Well, to make a long story short, I think I can lead you to the garden. 30 years of research, and I think the answer lies in a ruin called which is in Shatterscarp. So we've got to get there now. Before Fjord went up in flames, that Garrote monster took my research. Your kin are on their way to the garden now. Wait. If they know as much as we do, they know to go to Shatterscarp too. Oh no. I've got to warn Temerity. Meet me in... You can't miss it. It's the only bit of civilization in Shatterscarp, if you can call it that. I'll finish getting ready here and just...
Ugh, what a whirlwind. God. I would be surprised if your journey were that uncomplicated, but...
For what it's worth, I vouch for Yardsley. She's a good friend, and a bad influence. Right now, we could use...
There's a gate to the north, which will take you to Shatterscarp. It's guarded by some of our best rangers.
Then we should approach carefully. They'll be on their guard after this.
I'll make sure they grant you safe passage. May the gods protect you, Envoy.
Exploring the Living Lands with a friend. What more could I ask for?
In fact,
Giada, thank goodness you're all right. When I saw the flames spread, for...
We are not...
All shipments have been paused.
Nothing ever changes. Look at Vidar and Queen arguing over the ashes of Theo.
Can you believe it? One day, those Stilgarot pigs will pay for their crime. Though, not you, godlike. You are one of the better ones. Now, to business. Are you... Whose death am I recording? From the depths of my soul, I thank you. Perfetto. Return.
We never saw them coming.
Adir has ruined us all for naught.
Seems like a lifetime ago I was worried about the harvest. Kind of you to ask, but no. We need to sort through this as a community. I had a chance to pack up some goods before the adherents put the rest to the torch.
You heard, Vidar. The settlement is done for.
This settlement is our home. I can't believe you're ready to abandon it.
Your Messiverno was a dream.
It's you. The godlike. I thought they were lying. But here you are. All of us. What was Fjord to you? What? Forgive me, please. I forget myself. Yes. I know everyone here is. I'll be straight with you. The Steel Garrot's captain stole something precious. It wasn't enough to burn our city. Now they have to loot us too. She'll let you close. You can take her prize back. But you will have to kill her first. A relic of Old Valia. I don't know its actual value, but it's a treasure to me. My young nephew stood up to the Steel Garrot before they attacked. The captain gutted him and looted his ring. It won't debase me any further, either. I have nothing to lose. I want that commander to die as painfully as... You'll find her at the Eastern Watchtower. It is not far from here. I warn you, though, her troops will probably still be with her. That's all I could ask for. I can't think about her. I should... Damn the adherents! Damn the Stilgarrots! I'll spit on their graves! How can our family go on? Murderers, if they want to.
Where will you go from here?
I'll go to Terna, I suppose. What choice do we have?
I stood my ground this time.
I guess we have bigger problems now. You don't think the Clavager died alone in the strangle route?
Why? Don't you?
And the ambassador just found him? He just happened to be dead? I hadn't thought about it.
I prayed for guidance on my path. I didn't ask for this. Damn you and revenge.
I never wanted this.
We make a good squad.
I can't believe... My city. It's all gone.
It's never easy.
Another glorious battle.
I sense great things in you.
Well, look who...
happened here?
A moment of your time, if you please. From one adherent to another. I go where the Inquisitor commands, just as you go where the Emperor commands. So, did you enjoy our little bonfire? Inquisitor...
You irredeemable fucking swine!
Keep her on a tight leash. No need for this to get out of hand.
You do the talking. I don't trust myself right now.
Keep that temper of yours in check, and no doubt we'll part as friends. Believe it or not, the Steel Garrote owe you an apology on behalf of Inquisitor Lu...
Bring us her severed head, and I'll consider it.
That temperament of yours is exactly the problem she's trying to solve. Our attack came together in haste. You should have been informed, and I regret the oversight. Doesn't it? One way or another, your messy Verno was always going to burn. Weak government, chaotic farming, dangerous research.
What right do you have to cast judgment on us?
As the future caretakers of the living lands, we do only what is... Your messy Verno's reliance on animancy and stubborn individualism has... Ludwig's the one you need to convince. I'm just the messenger. Look, I'm only telling you this because you deserve to know Ludwig's intentions for the living lands. If Heelgard cannot maintain a grip on the living lands, then the Steel Garrote will simply take it from him. You see, the Steel Garrote answer to the burned queen, not your floundering empire. And we will break from... And while he frets in the throne room, his puppy dog soldiers will chase their own tails. Inquisitor Ludwig sees something in you, Envoy. She wants to cultivate... You don't want to get between her and the fate of the living land, so let this serve as a warning. Our grasp on this island is going to tighten, even if it costs us allies along the way. What you do with this information is up to you. Either way, Emerald Stair is just the beginning. Not quite. Before I let you go, a little bird sang in my ear that you're going to share.
Word travels fast.
Of course, that would have been impossible with these meddlesome rangers in the way.
You didn't.
I took the liberty of removing them. It's a shame, really. Honorable folk to the last. Inquisitor Ludwig is always watching. When you arrive in Shatterscarp, give this letter to Temerity. Compliments of the Inquisitor. No need to keep you any longer. Let's hope our next meeting is under more favorable. And here I was hoping for a chance to work together, but you've dashed it soundly. Be seeing you, Envoy. Sooner or later.
So that's it? We're just letting her walk away? Normally I don't have a taste for blood, but I'm feeling very uncivilized at the moment. Care to join me?
know, there's a depraved part of me that was hoping you'd make this interesting.
Let's make this a battle to remember.
Sorry it'll be over so quickly then.
Worse than rough!
Oh, no, you don't!
I think worse than rough! Worse than rough!
Behind you! Still recovering.
Isoksu!
Watch your back!
You won't get through me!
I think worse than rough!
A little help!
I think worse than rough! I think worse than rough! I think worse than worse than rough!
Just like the good old days.